Coming up next on the Jeff Crilley Show, roofing contractors have a reputation that can go either way depending on whether they're a licensed roofing contractor. We'll talk about that next.
Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
Well, anytime there's severe weather across the state of Texas, you have these fly-by-nights that will sometimes drive halfway across the country to prey on unsuspecting victims. And it's very common, and a person who's doing something about it, Dave Custable, he's with TriVAN Roofing, and he's also part of the Education and Programs Committee for RCAT, which is the Roofing Contractors Association of Texas. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, Jeff.
Very
Pleasure
cool.
to be here.
All right, well, so tell me about RCAT. What does the organization stand for?
It's the Roofing Contractors Association of Texas. All of the members here have to qualify. They don't just pay an annual fee. You have to have been in the business locally here for 3 years. You have to have a physical address, insurance, all of the things that any consumer would likely want to have or should know to have. But our association is a mix of all of those members, and we have subchapters throughout Dallas, Houston, San Antonio, the Panhandle, to help support the roofing contractors locally. And it's for both residential contractors and commercial roofing contractors.
And I think a lot of people would be surprised that in most states you do not have to be licensed to be a roofer. In fact, you don't have to be licensed to be a roofer in the state of Texas. But you guys went above and beyond. I know you guys have been asking for the governor to make it part of the process, and because the governor at the time didn't see fit, you guys decided to take it on your own.
Well, yeah, that's correct, Jeff. Every state that borders Texas has a licensing or an endorsement requirement for roofing contractors to sign up. Who are you? Where are you? What is your insurance? Take tests that show proficiency and be held accountable. But in the state of Texas, as many times as there have been laws written for not only just to license roofing contractors, but let's just register. Let's just have something that says you have to register in the state of Texas to show you're a roofing contractor. Every single time it never got passed. So in our state, our great state of Texas, a roofing contractor could be the drywall guy, could be your landscaper, could be your fantastic news anchor like Jeff, who decides there's a storm and let's go out and sell some roofs and have no idea whatever to do. And then it even goes beyond that. Then it becomes when there's insurance related, there's insurance fraud that happens, there's covering deductibles, which is now illegal in the state of Texas. But there's just no accountability. So when something happens to you or grandma's house or what have you, there's no place other than the Better Business Bureau to try to get some restitution to it.
And I applaud you because you recognize that when one of these fly-by-nights rips somebody off, it's bad for the entire industry.
Mm-hmm. That hurts us all. So the Roofing Contractors of Texas had a really good certification program where we were doing self-education and decided let's take that, and some really good people put a lot of time and effort into making it a true licensing. And we now self-license, just like the state bar licenses their attorneys and regulates attorneys. We do that for roofing contractors to at least allow some consumer protection, that if a RCAT licensed contractor comes, it's on their vehicle, it's on their contracts, you can rest assured that you have at least somebody that has maintained some kind of professionalism in this industry, and you also have a place to go if for some reason you're not getting the satisfaction that you want.
Awesome. Well, I know you don't like to talk about yourself, but I'm going to ask that you do. TriVAN Roofing, this started 20 years ago?
Yeah, back in 2001, my wife is the actual majority owner of the company, so we are a certified woman-owned business. TriVAN was named after our 3 kids, Vanessa, Anthony, and Nicolette, who back then was really cute. Now they're adults, and I don't really like that too much. But the name has gotten such great recognition, and a lot of most of our business is all referral business, so we don't want to change that. And we just bought a facility in Grapevine, Texas, and we have signage up in that. So we're experts in flat roof commercial. That's, if I had an elevator speech like some people say, that's what we do best. We're a flat roof and standing seam metal commercial roofers throughout all of Texas as well as Oklahoma.
And we were doing research on the show, found a great video that you shot about a year ago. Let's go ahead and roll that now.
Hi, I'm Dave Custable with TriVAN Roofing. We've been in business since 2001, and commercial roofing is our specialty. We're up on a roof today in Dallas at the Gateway Charter Academy, where we have a solution here for them to do a flute fill using the Rewall coverboard product. We're an elite contractor with Duralast, and the roof solution we're going to have here is a flute fill system that allows us to maintain the standing seam roof without having to tear it off, and actually make that roof a deck by filling it with iso insulation, covering it with the Rewall coverboard, and then putting a 50 mil Duralast membrane over the top of it and encapsulating the roof. A roof system is where you use the product, all of the product components, accessories, installed to the manufacturer specification, which is backed up by a manufacturer warranty. It's an excellent product with a warranty that's by none others, with consequential damage coverage. And it's not just because of the product, it's also by the way it's installed. One of the benefits of Duralast over any other PVC or single ply manufacturer is it's white on both sides. That means you have the reflectivity, but you also have no absorption of heat inside. This is cool to the touch on a hot day like today where it's 100 degrees. This building is more energy efficient now with a Duralast membrane on it, no heat going into it, as opposed to other types of roofing products where it's just way too hot even to the touch. We're making a weak roof metal be a strong roof deck by securing it with the Rewall coverboard and the Duralast membrane. Duralast makes for a great roof system.
Wow, very impressive. Okay, so let's talk about the art of a flat roof. Is doing a flat roof different than doing a pitched roof?
Yes, there's different standards and specifications because of the water flow. You know, I always say if God changed the law, you know, and rain came up, everyone's roof would leak, right? It's all meant to shed water and shed in a waterproof or a roof system. So pitches are going to have a different specification for that than what we call a low slope or flat roof.
So if somebody doesn't know what they're doing and they put in a flat roof, there can be some puddling in there that could cause a problem over time?
It's not just the puddling, there's weight that water holds. You know, a lot of people I talk to are like, oh, I hate buying a building that's a flat roof, whether it's a house, and there's some beautiful architecture that are flat roofs, or some of these commercial buildings. And it's just because it was not installed to the specifications. And unless people understand how to ask for that or know to look for it, they're going to go with the cheap bid. Someone's going to put a roof on and you don't know about it until it rains.
Yeah. And so much of it has to do with your partnership with these companies that provide the materials. Let's show video from a Taco Bell that you did not long ago and talk a little bit about the product.
This product is a coverboard which provides hail impact ratings that this particular franchise owner wanted to have for all of his products. He did not want the damage that gets done for hail that's very prominent in the North Texas area. What I loved about this product was it wasn't a standard kind of coverboard made out of gypsum. This was made out of recycled material. And the video you saw before that, you literally, they would say that cover board and that product, they recycled 700,000 milk cartons of the school to make the product that went up on the roof. And then of course, it has sustainability. So when that roof system goes, that goes back into being recycled, and as well as the other product that's on top of that as well. So we like to have some green in our building. You know, it's not just energy efficiency. It's not just, you know, growing plants up there. We like to be able to make sure that that product can be taken off and recycled and not put in a landfill, which there are so many roofing products that end up in there.
Wow. Well, you got to be so proud. I mean, you've been doing this for long enough that I bet you can drive around Dallas-Fort Worth and say, we did that one, we did that one.
My kids hate it too. They hate it. We do a lot of 7-Elevens, convenience stores, schools, the Taco Bell's pretty prominent in that. So we do drive around and point a lot. But my proudest is my wife, Sherry, who's the majority owner. She can estimate any commercial roofing job. She can tell you the product. She can order. She does all the ordering, and that absolutely stepped in and just really embraced. It's a very fun industry. It's a very rewarding industry. It's just hard when everyone comes in and they go to Home Depot and they find a crew and they say, hey, you know, buy the materials at Lowe's and put it on, and they don't know. They don't know what is being done right or wrong. You know, they just want to get that contract, a check, and move on. And a lot of times they're out of business. So by the time you say, hey, my drip edge is falling off, you can't find them anywhere.
Wow.
We call it the taillight warranty. Taillight warranty is it's only as good until you don't see the taillights of their truck anymore, and the warranty's over.
Well, you're an honest guy, and I like to say people who, you know, value integrity and honor are the guy that, hey, I don't want to just do your roof. I want to do your brothers, your sisters, your, you know.
Yeah, it really is relationship. We don't really market very much at all. And a lot of it is just referral basis, and people will call and they'll say, just give them a call. We're good in our space. We don't do every kind of roofing. There's a lot of different types of roof systems out there. We don't do them all. We only do what we do because we're extremely good at it, and we stand behind it, and we're 10 years past warranties that we've done already.
Wow.
So,
any troubles with the supply chain, getting materials, getting crews?
The effects of that pandemic has really hurt the supply chain in so many ways, from the raw materials that are made and getting that to the actual people to make them. It has really turned our industry upside down. We used to be able to put an order in on Monday and have it by Thursday. Now, thank goodness, the relationship we have with the manufacturer that we use and have used for many years, they make their own material, right? So you're not buying screws from somewhere, and you're not buying the covers from another place. They're all in one, and they manage their business very, very well. And we've been able to buy from them. They've had a little bit of difficulty from some suppliers, but for the most part, we're getting a lot of business in 2021 going into 22 because we have the ability to have materials.
Sure. And the crews, are they hard to come by?
No, we've trained them. We have a mock deck at our facilities, both here in Oklahoma. We do training for them. They know what our expectations are. There were days, many years ago, where they would just jump around, and if they got 5 cents more, they'd go. But now they realize that there's an art to this, and there's a company behind it that they don't want to risk losing that. They like that. We offer health benefits. We offer eyes, ears benefits. We have a profit sharing plan in our company. We are just not a roofer.
Sure.
We're a roofing contractor.
Well, let's end by talking about RCAT. What is the value of becoming a member?
Well, there's so much to it. And like anything, if you want to get into something, you want to get something out of it. You can't just be a member and expect everything. So we have programs, which I'm chairman of this year again, and it's not just how do you put a roof on. It's what do you need in your contracts. What kind of insurance should you have? And we bring in people to help educate them. And because if you're licensed, you have to have continuing education credit, so those apply to your continuing education. You get news about what's going on. You have the support of the legislators. We have lobbyists. That membership goes to helping our legislators understand you need a licensing, you need a law deductible, you need things. If you don't have that, then you get pushed aside. So, Jeff, just for your viewers in this state, if you're a roofing contractor, a general contractor, you do not have to have a license. And foundation companies is another one.
Wow. You've been an amazing guest. Let's end with the RCAT website and then your website. So the RCAT website is roofingcontractors-texas.com, and then your website is TriVANroofing.com. Thank you so much for coming on the show. You've been an amazing guest.
It's always been wonderful to talk to you, Jeff.
Outstanding.
Thank you.
All right, that's it for now. We'll see you next time.